Welcome back to Local Matters with Ahmed Kaji here on Salam Media. I'm excited to be with you for the next hour and 45 minutes or so. We are together until 9 p.m. Central African time this evening. We had just spoken to Zai Jadwit with regards to the big news which had taken place over the last week. And the big one is sitting with the local elections coming up in November, Wednesday, the 4th of November. Voter registration, in-person registrations has finalized this past weekend. There will be a few online and WhatsApp registrations taking place between now and Friday, and that's when all registration will be wrapping up as well. But to bring into conversation the IEC to find out exactly what their thoughts are, we are bringing into the conversation the General Manager for Electoral Matters at the IEC, Mr. James Aphane. He'll just be taking us through some of his thoughts and perhaps the ideas from the IEC on what has taken place over the past week. Mr. James Aphane, thanks very much for your time this evening. We do greatly appreciate it. Hope you're having a lovely Tuesday.
Good evening, Ahmed, and good evening to the people that are both watching and listening to Salam Media. We're not necessarily having a good evening because the work doesn't stop. I am based in Centurion, but currently I'm in Durban. We're already on gear preparing for the voter registration week. The election itself, because we've just had voter registration weekend.
Yeah, I can imagine it must have been a very busy time over the last few months, and probably something that you're going to be experiencing at least over the next 3 to 4 months until the proclamation of the results, which will probably take place by the end of the first week of November.
Absolutely, you're correct. You have done your research, yes. The results will be announced, within 7 days after Election Day, which is the 4th. But you are indicating that we spend a couple of months. Indeed, we did spend a couple of months. It's actually like almost 2 years now, because we started preparing for the 2026 elections while we are running the 2024 elections. You won't believe it, because these elections are like a relay. Each election, has information that is used for the next election. As an example, we have had to provide to the Municipal Demarcation Board the 2024 voters roll according to 2026 municipalities that we've done last 2 years back already, so that they can prepare the wards that are required to run the local elections.
So speaking to the voter registration, you said it was successful, 1.79 million voter transactions. You said there were 29 million registered voters ahead of this elections. There were also at least 290,000 first-time voters, and then I think it was just 884,000 names were removed. This is mainly due to people passing away and due to deaths, around 34,000 people per month. We had highest registration activity in KZN, Gauteng, and the Eastern Cape, all above the 300,000 mark, with KwaZulu-Natal just over the 400,000 mark. Perhaps you can just take us through what you have seen in terms of those trends. Is it continuing within the trajectory which you would have expected?
Absolutely, it does. The 1.79 million you mentioned, I think we must add the word over, because by the time we gave you the stats is what we had. But as you would expect, registration was physical at voting stations, but we also have mechanisms where people can register online. On that day, some people did register online. So the figure is over 1.79 million. But that figure is actually compared, some people compare it to the previous registration weekend, which was obviously high. We appreciate that. It was over 3 million. When we went on the press, it was around 2.9 million, but soon after we have processed everything, it was just over 3 million. Now, if you're asking about if we are happy with the trends so far, we are excited because we have provided the facilities that people should use to be able to update their details and register for the first time. We're also happy in the fact that although there were minimal, areas where people were not happy and did want to voice their issues, those were very minimal. So from an operational point of view, planning, we are very happy, but we still want more people to be part of this election. But unfortunately, they have a couple of days left because proclamation happened Friday. And before Friday, actually, on Thursday night at 11:59, I'm going to stop the voters' roll. So no one will be able to enter details on the voters' roll. So we call upon people to use the online facility, register to vote.elections.org.za, or our WhatsApp channel, which is 0600 88 0000.
Wonderful. Thanks very much for that insight. You just spoke about getting more people to vote. You've opened up the fact that there's now a digital aspect to it, but we have seen that more than a quarter of new registered voters were aged between 16 and 29. You must be excited and hopeful at the fact that this actually means more people, more young people, are getting involved in the election process.
We are, because, and when I'm saying we actually include our partners such as yourselves in the media. We also include political parties, civil society organizations who have actually, having noted the under-participation of the youth, called upon the youth, and the youth is actually responding. I must indicate that we have also visited the youth where they reside. That will be at the schools. We've had a schools democracy program. We have also been to tertiary institutions, and this will include universities and TVET colleges, where we had to find these young people. And we have also additionally made sure that the online voter registration is as seamless as possible. We have removed all the friction points, such as the data costs. I know we might have had challenges over the weekend, but that facility is available, and it is now confirmed that the technicalities on data free have been resolved. So people, when they interact with that facility, they will not be charged. The IC will take that bill. And as you indicated, we also have expanded access by introducing WhatsApp registration, knowing that WhatsApp is actually ubiquitous, meaning it is everywhere on everyone's cell phone.
As we just head into our break, very briefly, Mr. Aphane, can you maybe just take us through the security that comes with WhatsApp? You have opened it up on a digital platform. Were there any concerns around safety or breach of data on that front?
Not at all. That's the reason why we opted for WhatsApp, because as you all know, WhatsApp is encrypted end to end. But what we also do is we have not relaxed the need for us to get you to give us an OTP, which is a one-time PIN. This one-time PIN, it may be taken for granted, but is a very secure mechanism that everyone else uses when they deal with customers directly, including the banks. So we treat the transactions on the voters roll as important as you would treat a transaction on a banking platform. So we make sure that all the transactions are secure. Although WhatsApp gives us end-to-end encryption, additionally, we still require that people must provide a OTP, which is a temporary PIN that expires within 3 minutes. If you don't put it up, it will expire. You're going to get a new PIN. This is just to protect the integrity of the voters roll, so that after the elections, no one is questioning the outcome of the election.
It's just gone 27 minutes past 7 p.m. Central African time here on Salam Media, your humanitarian journalism outlet. You are tuned into Local Matters with myself, Ahmed Kaji. We are together until 9 p.m. this evening, currently speaking to the IEC with regards to the local government election registration, which had wrapped up this past weekend. We will be continuing the conversation after this break, and then just to keep you updated as to what you can expect before the end of this hour, we will be speaking to Dr. Ferial Adam. She's an environmental justice activist and manager at WaterCan. We will just be speaking about the water challenges facing the country at the moment. But please stay tuned here to Salam Media. We will be going for a short ad break, and when we're back, we will continue the conversation with Mr. James Aphane from the IEC.